Hi, Key Heart here. So today I'm doing a video about manifesting, as you can see from the title. I was going through an old box of mine. It had a bunch of old toys, old books, one of my favorite books, Pinocchio. It had old papers that I had written in high school, some of my favorite papers. And it had this house. This is my Polly Pocket house. And I'm just going to show you this, and then I'm going to hand it to my daughter because she's anxiously awaiting to play with this. There you go, sweetie. I'm glad to pass on Polly Pocket to the next generation. Anyway, I loved that little house when I was a little girl. I loved my Polly Pocket house. And, hold on, let me grab my son. He wants to be in the video too. So everyone's in the video. Now, say hi, Ollie. Say hi, sweetie. So I found this Polly Pocket house and it brought back a flood of memories. Have you ever found something that made you remember things that you didn't even know you had forgotten? It just brought back all these memories, and when I saw that house, I remembered a book that I made. Once I got really angry with my parents, and I don't remember what they did. Probably told me I couldn't have something or I couldn't go somewhere I wanted to go. I was about 8 years old, very fierce personality, very stubborn and confident, headstrong 8-year-old. So they told me I couldn't do something. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get my own house, and in my own house I can do whatever I want. So I grabbed a composition book and I started drawing this house. It was my perfect house. I sat down with my Polly Pocket and my composition book and I started drawing this house. And I drew in it everything that I wanted. So I sat down with this Polly Pocket house and I was like, okay, I want a door that somewhat looks like this. I want 2 big windows on the side. I want it to have blue in it. I used it to kind of inspire me to build this dream house. What would 8-year-old Kiala's dream house look like? And you know what I realized when I saw that is that I manifested that house. Let me show you a picture of the house. The first house I bought when I was 24 years old. I'm going to show you the picture. Here it is. It has the door. It has the 2 big windows on the side. It has some blue in it. Those shutters need to be repainted, so you might not be able to see in the picture, but the door and the shutters are actually blue. It was an amazing realization. When I realized that I had actually manifested the house that I created when I was 8 years old. So let me tell you how I did it. And this is well before The Secret came out. I was born in 81. I'm not supposed to tell my age, but I don't care about that stuff. I was born in 81 and there was no Secret back then. And I wasn't into Louise Hay and affirmations and Michael Beckwith. Even though those people were out and the information was out there, I wasn't reading that at 8 years old. And this is something I just intuitively knew how to do. I think once I overheard my grandmother say that she had visualized the house that she wanted for years before she actually purchased her house with my grandfather. And so I think I took that information, I took my intuition, and I took my, you know, when you're a child, you have such a pure connection to God. So I took that too, and I manifested this house, and it was amazing. And so let me tell you how I did it. I got a clear picture of what I wanted. Whether motivated by anger, hopefully you want to be motivated by joy. But at 8 years old, I was motivated by anger and frustration. I was tired of being told what I could do and what I couldn't do. And I was so angry, and that energy bubbled up in me, and I used it to create. I used it to say exactly what I wanted. I drew it out in this composition book. I wanted to have a pretty door. I wanted to have 2 big windows. I wanted to have enough space for me to do everything I want to do in it. I want to live alone by myself so no one will tell me what to do. I drew all of this out in this composition book. And then you know what I did? The second step is I really saw it. So I really visualized it. So I got a clear picture of what I wanted, and I really visualized it with precision, with focus. I visualized what I want. And visualization works. It absolutely works when you do it consistently. And the third thing I did was that I forgot about it. But let me explain this. It's not that I necessarily forgot what my vision was. You want to see the vision, you want to make it plain, you want to see the vision in your mind's eye. I worked for UPS for a little bit, and one of my favorite quotes that I learned when I was working there is from the founder, Jim Casey. He said, "Your vision is as far as your mind's..." Okay, I don't know if I got that right, but it's been a while. Our horizon is as distant as our mind's eye wishes it to be. The second thing you want to do is you want to forget about it. You know, think about it in the back of your mind. Put it somewhere near your mirror, put it in your bathroom, put it somewhere where you can see your vision every day. And then forget about it, meaning don't obsess over it. Good job, Naya. Don't obsess. Oh, let's put that back on his head. Don't obsess over it. Don't spend all your time obsessing. How is it going to happen? How am I going to make it happen? How is it going to happen? Where is it going to come from? How am I going to do this? Don't do that. Don't obsess over it. Just see it. Put it in your mind's eye, put it in your subconscious, read it every day, and then let it go. Let it go out into the world. Let God take it. Let the universe take it. Yet let universal energy take it and do what it's going to do with it. Meanwhile, you get your butt to work. So at 8 years old, I forgot about it, and I didn't necessarily know that I was working toward a house, but in that moment of anger, what I did was I set the vision out, and then I said, what can I do today to get me that house? No one's going to sell an 8-year-old a house. I was a pretty smart kid. I was like, no one's going to sell an 8-year-old a house right now, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get good grades, I'm going to get into a good college, I'm going to get a good job, and I'm going to buy me that house. And so that's exactly what I did. I got good grades. I was pretty much an A student, A, sometimes B student. I got good grades. I, went to a pretty good high school. I went to a good college. I got a good job. And you know what? I could afford a house at 24 years old. I bought my first house. And it was the house that I imagined when I was a child. And so, the children will leave them. Sometimes we have to learn from children. And this is definitely a lesson that I carried forward throughout my life. Is I created the vision, I kept focus on it, and then I got to work. I said, what can I do today to get me what I want to get? And so you do your part, knowing that that's not the whole story. The work that we do is never the whole story, because grace, divine grace comes in and it gives us a hand toward our goals. So if you will do your part, create the vision, make it plain, get to work, put your foot on the pedal to the metal, and get going and do the best you can. Infuse the best into every moment. Infuse the best into your life right now. What can I do right now to be the best that I can be? Divine grace comes in and it gives us lucky opportunities. I don't believe in luck, but I use the word luck to relate to you. But luck it doesn't exist. Luck is divine grace stepping in and saying, you've done your part, and I will carry you the rest of the way, but you must do your part. So visualize and focus. Visualize, focus, and put your butt to work and get to work doing what you can do to make your dream happen. So here is my Polly Pocket house that my daughter is playing with, and I manifested this. And I think that that's amazing, and I know that you're amazing and that you can manifest what you want in your life as well, okay? See you guys later.